Hi there, you're in the lab with your mate JJ. Today is mail call. It's a mail call today, just some stuff that's arrived from Amazon. Books, in fact, just a couple of books that I ordered. This is related to database design. If you didn't know, I'm actually writing a book about database design. And it's an enormous job. I didn't realize on starting how much work would be involved in writing a book. It's just a monumental amount of work. Anyway, I continue to inch away at it, and one of the things that I've done is just caught up on some of the reading. Obviously, I've read a lot about database design over the years, but I'm trying to keep up to date with everything, so I got a new version of one of my books today, along with a couple of related books. So I thought I might show you those. I'll jump you over to the bench and we'll have a look at what's arrived. Here on the bench. So here's the first book. This is Fundamentals of Data Engineering. Plan and Build Robust Data Systems. So that sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it? It's just popping out of his plastic cover. Now this is obviously from O'Reilly. O'Reilly makes respectable technical books, so this has got a little bit of a stain on the cover there, but that's not a problem. Let's see what it says on the back. Of course, it's 2024 and books no longer come with CD-ROMs. That was popular there for a while, but now you can usually just download any of the reference material. So, fundamentals of data engineering. Data engineering has grown rapidly in the past decade, leaving many software engineers, data scientists, and analysts looking for a comprehensive view of this practice. With this practical book, you'll learn how to plan and build systems to serve the needs of your organization and customers by evaluating the best technologies available through the framework of the data engineering lifecycle. Authors Joe Reese and Matt Housley walk you through the data engineering lifecycle and show you how to stitch together a variety of cloud technologies to serve the needs of downstream data consumers. You'll understand how to apply the concepts of data generation, ingestion, orchestration, transformation, storage, and governance that are critical in any data environment regardless of the underlying technology. This book will help you get a concise overview of the entire data engineering landscape, assess data engineering problems using an end-to-end framework of best practices, cut through marketing hype when choosing data technologies, architecture, and processes, and use the data engineering lifecycle to design and build a robust architecture, incorporate data governance and security across the data engineering lifecycle. Joe Reese is a recovering data scientist and a data engineer and architect. Matt Housley is a data engineering consultant and cloud specialist. Okay, cool. We'll get some praise for fundamentals of data engineering. Oh, it goes on and on. Nice one. Fundamentals of data engineering, plan and build robust data systems. Alright, well this is not a book teardown, it's just an unboxing. So this is Fundamentals of Data Engineering. Now, I also got this whopping set of books. It's a 3-pack from the people that call themselves the Kimball Group, associated with Ralph Kimball. Ralph Kimball, if you didn't know, has always been a big name in data warehousing. He, I think, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, but I do believe that Ralph Kimball was the guy who invented dimensional modeling, which is the old star schema and snowflake schema and the fact table and dimension tables. I believe that he was involved in that, if he didn't even invent that. So I'm not quite sure there. Anyway, this is the 3-pack that I got. This is the Data Warehouse ETL Toolkit. ETL, if you didn't know, means extract, transform, load. It's the process of cleaning up your data and sticking it in to your data warehouse. So these 3 books, they're a little bit tangential to what I'm doing with my book. My book is for OLTP systems, that's online transaction processing, whereas this stuff, the data warehouse stuff, is typically called OLAP, which is online analytical processing. But there is some overlap, so I should be aware of what's going on in the data warehouse side of things, even though my book is technically in a slightly different subject area. But again, let's just have a quick look at these books. Ralph Kimball's got his name on all of them, but with other authors as well. So this is the Data Warehouse Lifecycle Toolkit, 2nd edition. Practical Techniques for Building Data Warehouse and Business Intelligence Systems. Ralph Kimball, Margie Ross, Warren Thornthwaite, Joe Mundy, and Bob Becker. So shall we have a quick look at the back? Why not? We're not going to tear these down, but we'll just have a quick look. So this is a thorough update to the industry standard for designing, developing, and deploying data warehouse and business intelligence systems. The world of data warehousing has changed remarkably since the first edition of the Data Warehouse Lifecycle Toolkit was published in 1998. In that time, the data warehouse industry has reached full maturity and acceptance. Hardware and software have made staggering advances, and the techniques promoted in the premiere edition of this book have been adopted by nearly all data warehouse vendors and practitioners. In addition, the term business intelligence emerged to reflect the mission of the data warehouse, wrangling the data out of source systems, cleaning it, and delivering it to add value to the business. Ralph Kimball and his colleagues have refined the original set of lifecycle methods and techniques based on their consulting and training experience. The authors understand firsthand that data warehousing / business intelligence DW/BI system needs to change as fast as its surrounding organization evolves. To that end, they walk you through the detailed step of designing, developing, and deploying a data warehouse / business intelligence system. You'll learn to create adaptable systems that deliver data and analyses to business users so they can make better business decisions. With substantial new and updated content, this 2nd edition of the Data Warehouse Lifecycle Toolkit again sets the standard in data warehousing for the next decade. It shows you how to identify and prioritize data warehouse opportunities, create an architecture plan and select products, design powerful, flexible, dimensional model, build a robust ETL system, develop BI applications to deliver data to business users, deploy and sustain a healthy data warehouse and business intelligence environments. The authors are members of the Kimball Group. Each has focused on data warehousing and business intelligence consulting and education for more than 15 years. Most have written other books in the Toolkit series. Learn more about the Kimball Group and Kimball University at www.kimballgroup.com. Ralph Kimball, PhD, is the founder of the Kimball Group and has been a leading visionary in the data warehouse industry since 1982. And there's Margie Ross, Warren Thornthwaite, Bob Becker, and Joe Mundy. There you go. So published by Wiley, of course. Are they all Wiley books? I think they all are. Yeah, they all are. All right, so that was the Data Warehouse Lifecycle Toolkit. This is the Data Warehouse Toolkit. So the only word that's changed is lifecycle. So, so this is the Definitive Guide to Dimensional Modeling, 3rd edition. Very good. So we've got Margie Ross is back again. With Ralph Kimball for this particular book. This is the 3rd edition of this book. The most authoritative and comprehensive guide to dimensional modeling from its originators, fully updated. Ralph Kimball introduced the industry to the techniques of dimensional modeling in the 1st edition of the Data Warehouse Toolkit in 1996. Since then, dimensional modeling has become the most widely accepted approach for presenting information in data warehouse and business intelligence systems. The Data Warehouse Toolkit is recognized as the definitive source for dimensional modeling techniques, patterns, and best practices. This third edition of the classic reference delivers the most comprehensive library of dimensional modeling techniques ever assembled. Fully updated with fresh insights and best practices, this book provides clear guidelines for designing dimensional models and does so in a style that serves the needs of those new to data warehousing as well as experienced professionals. All the techniques in the book are illustrated with real-world case studies based on the author's actual data warehousing and business intelligence design experiences. In addition, the Kimball Group's official list of dimensional modeling techniques is summarized in a single chapter for easy reference, with pointers from each technique to the case studies where the concepts are brought to life. The third edition of the Data Warehouse Toolkit covers practical design techniques, both basic and advanced, for dimension and fact tables, 14 case studies, including retail sales, electronic commerce, customer relationship management, procurement, inventory, order management, accounting, human resources, financial services, healthcare, insurance, education, telecommunications, and transportation. Sample data warehouses, matrices for 12 case studies, dimensional modeling pitfalls and mistakes to avoid, enhanced slowly changing dimension techniques type 0 through 7, okay. Bridge tables for ragged variable depth hierarchies and multi-valued attributes. Best practices for big data analytics. Guidelines for collaborative, interactive design sessions with business stakeholders. An overview of the Kimball Data Warehouse and Business Intelligence Project Lifestyle Methodology. Comprehensive review of extract, transformation, and load ETL systems and design considerations. The 34 ETL subsystems and techniques to populate dimension and fact tables. And again, this is Ralph Kimball, PhD, has been a leading visionary in the data warehouse and business intelligence industry since 1982. The Data Warehouse Toolkit book series have been bestsellers since 1996. Margie Ross is president of the Kimball Group and the co-author of the 5 Toolkit books with Ralph Kimball. She has focused exclusively on data warehousing and business intelligence for more than 30 years. Visit the Kimball Group website for Kimball design tips, training, consulting, and at kimballgroup.com. There you go. And then the third book we got is the Data Warehouse ETL Toolkit. So practical techniques for extracting, cleaning, conforming, and delivering data. Great. So let's have a look at the back of this one. This was not Margie Ross. This was Joe Caserta. I don't know if Joe's a member of the Kimball Group as well. There he is. There's Joe. So this book, the single most authoritative guide on the most difficult phase of building a data warehouse. The extract, transform, and load ETL phase of the data warehouse development lifecycle is far and away the most difficult, time-consuming, and labor-intensive phase of building a data warehouse. Done right, companies can maximize their use of data storage. If not, they can end up wasting millions of dollars storing obsolete and rarely used data. Best-selling author Ralph Kimball, along with Joe Caserta, shows you how a properly designed ETL system extracts the data from the source systems, enforces data quality and consistency standards, conforms the data so that separate sources can be used together, and finally delivers the data in presentation-ready format, serving as a roadmap for planning, designing, building, and running the back room of a data warehouse. This book provides complete coverage of proven, time-saving ETL techniques, beginning with a quick overview of ETL fundamentals. It then looks at ETL data structures, both relational and dimensional. The authors show how to build useful dimensional structures, providing Practical examples of techniques. Along the way, you'll learn how to plan and design your ETL system, choose the appropriate architecture from the many possible options, build the development test production suite of ETL processes, build a comprehensive data cleaning subsystem, and tune the overall ETS process for optimum performance. And again, we've got Ralph Kimball, PhD, founder of the Kimball Group, has been a leading visionary in the data warehousing industry since 1982 and is one of today's best-known speakers and educators. He is the author of several best-selling titles published on data warehousing, including the Data Warehouse Toolkit. Joe Caserta is the founder of Caserta Concepts LLC, a data warehousing consulting firm. He writes frequently for print and online magazines and is an active contributor to DW List, the major online community for data warehousing professionals. And that's a wrap. So that was 4 books that have arrived today. One from O'Reilly on data engineering and 3 from the Kimball Group on data warehousing. I'm going to post this video on the second channel because it's more about database design and less about electronics. So it's of interest to me and what I do for a living, which is software development and database design. And this is related to the book that I'm writing about database design. It's not got that much to do with the electronics, so I'm going to keep it off the main channel and just put it there as an aside for anyone who's interested in the other things that I do in this time we call life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and please remember to hit like and subscribe.